You hear often about climate change and the impact that it is having upon the whole world. The earth is suffering from fires and warming and unpredictable weather as the currents of air and water move relative to the warming of the earth. Political entities throughout the entire world are saying that they will work to fix the problem. And they are making motions as if they will do so. But while some countries are leaning towards healing the earth, others are continuing to exploit the earth. This may seem like a minor thing, but it is not, because the earth is a totality, and the world is a totality, a collective of all of the nations. So that which is done by the sum total is very important. It is not just what some nations do that has an impact on the earth. But even if all of the nations were to instantly do what is now considered to be required, they would not heal the earth. It would be too little, too late. The changes are taking place in your climate now, and your governments throughout the world are talking about making potential, partial changes within 30, 40, or 50 years. It appears there is an existential crisis. But is this truly an existential crisis? There is hope. This is the coming of a new astrological age, a new era, a new time in history, a new epoch is upon you. And we herald that new epoch, telling you there is hope, but that hope is with the youth. It is with the populace, it is with the people. Governments always are behind in responding to the needs of people. Businesses respond faster than governments. But the fastest response always comes from the populace and from the individuals within the populace. We have spoken about the things that can be done that will make a real difference. Of course, there are simple things like planting of trees or walking the beaches and picking up trash, especially plastics. But there are real actions that will make a huge difference that aren't being done, that can be done on a wide scale. And it does not require the government to change anything. It does not require businesses to instantly respond. These changes can be made by you, the public. Does that seem too simple? But in your positions, as you design, you can change architecture and landscaping. As you found businesses, you can change the providers of supplies. As you continue to establish yourself, to feed yourselves, you can change the way you farm. There is much to be said for vertical farming and restoring much of the farmland to its more natural habitat. We have told you specifically many of these things. You can go to our website and find these various things that you can do that will make a difference. If the populace as a whole begins to do these things, it will change the climate. It will restore the earth. It will heal the earth and the climate and the atmosphere and the waters. We urge you to do these things that can heal your earth. Do not wait for governmental programs. Even large programs are too little too late. Your collective efforts are worth far more. We will provide a written work. We will compile all of the messages that we have given. And from that, create a written work that you may access to see how you may make changes, to make and create a sustainable world. Your foods should be sustainable, whether they're from the ocean or the land or the air. You should be thinking of how you will make your housing environmentally friendly. For your abodes can be environmentally friendly. They can protect the environment and protect you at the same time. We tell you that it is you and you only that can make changes. As you make your own changes and demand changes, businesses will respond even as they are now beginning to respond. And after the businesses that often finance government begin to respond, the government will then move and respond slowly as it always does. This is the world in which you live, but you are in a world where a new epoch of existence is being heralded. And you have a choice whether that will be an unbearable, nasty world with a climate that is terribly extreme, or whether that will be a world that is a virtual Eden. And we are here to tell you that it can be a lush, beautiful world. You have not lost that opportunity if you now, as the residents of this world, the citizenry of this earth, make the necessary changes. Notice we said changes, not sacrifices. Because this does not mean you have to sacrifice or live in difficult ways. It means you must utilize your technology in new ways to benefit, instead of trying to grab the cheapest way to sustain some slight amount of profit, to rape and pillage the earth in order to be the next rich person. It is not a sacrifice when you realize that the new businesses that you will create are just as profitable. This is something that can be done, and it will work under any form of existence. It is not something that only works for socialism, or only works for communism, or only works for capitalism. When you, the people, move, it works for all forms of government. It is that simple. We leave you with blessings and with peace. Peace be with each of you.